Queens. We're at the home of the Mets, Citi Field. Today we've got a contest out of the National League East between the Washington Nationals and the New York Mets. With Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, and today we've got a division matchup between two teams certainly setting their sights on October as we get deeper into the back half of the season, guys.
That's right, Matty. These two teams both figure to be fighting each other and the rest of the league down the stretch for postseason position. There's still a good amount of time left in the season. This is when each game takes on a little added significance because the races, they're starting to take shape a little bit. This one ought to be a good litmus test for both of these clubs.
Noah Syndergaard will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we look a lot at numbers from starting pitchers, walks to innings pitched, but one of the key stats I look for is whip. And he has a sub 1.30 whip coming into this start, which tells me he throws strikes. He's not afraid to get the ball in the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if he can string together some real quality innings in this one.
Rhett Wiseman is at the plate as he takes a cold strike one. These Mets, fellas, as they take the field here today, despite the loss last time out, they'd won 4 in a row, so they've been on a nice little roll here.
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, D-Row, we're looking at a team that's playing some pretty good baseball right now. Through the first 5 games of this homestand, 4-1, and looking for some bigger and better things.
Yeah, we had a chance to sit down before the game after BP with the manager. He was really pleased with the way his team has played in these last 5. Let's see if it continues today.
Pitch is popped up. Alonso is calling for it. Makes the play, 1 away. And here's how the Nats line up in this one. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
I'm definitely excited to watch Josh Bell in this one. He's one of those guys you want at the plate in those big game-defining moments. He's such a clutch hitter. I love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll have that in this game as well.
So here's Starlin Castro as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. The 1-0 home. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And it's fouled away. Swing and a flare hit toward right. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Hey, this guy's been slumping at the plate. Saw his average fall below 240 prior to this at bat. That knock had to feel good.
Speedy Trey Turner digs in now as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. Man at first for him following the 1-out single. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. And set up behind the dish is Gary Simmons as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
You know, D-Row, Gary Simmons, he's one of those umpires. He'll give you one thing or the other. At times his zone can be a little wide, and then he's a little more strict north and south, but he's a pretty consistent umpire.
The key, Dan, is be consistent. You want to give him the inside half, I'm okay with that, but then you can't give him away. If you're going to stay east-west, you better pick one side.
Here comes the 1-2.
Put that in the memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
Here's a pop-up now. Alonso is over, and he tucks it away for the second out.
That is fourth. The first baseman, number 19,
Josh Bell, the next to hit. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting nine for this one. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball one, no strike.
1-0 pitch on the way.
Yeah.
Whew, that was some
One ball,
gas.
one strike.
Triple digits on the radar gun.
Castro, the runner at first with 2 gone. And this is taken for a called strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. 1 left for Washington. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. John Lester, the southpaw out of the state of Washington, will be the starter. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA. That's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. 1 good game, 1 bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
Fellas, the Nationals, as they take the field here today, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Matty, we've seen some good baseball in the first 2 games of this set, and expect another close one here. Both of the first 2 games decided by 1 run.
You know, D-Row, when you get in these series like this, when 1 run means so much, you like to be able to be the team to score first. But both these games have been very close, and it's going to boil down to who gets the big hits in the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning.
Now Lester deals the 1-2.
No bets off the plate. Ball
2 pitch mix here. If you're in the batter's box, you're looking for something up. Sinker changeup right here. Got to get it up.
And this will be lined into center field, and they've got themselves their first hit of the ball game.
batting second, the second baseman, number 6.
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Comes set with the 0-1. A runner at first with no outs here. And he misses there. 1-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2.
You got a full count. 3-2.
That was another good pitch and a tough call that could have gone either way. He couldn't get him to bite on it again, so the count's gone from 0-2 to 3-2.
Swing and a liner. But this will not elude the right fielder's grasp as he ranges over to handle it for the first out. For the moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. What's the key for a home win here tonight, Mark?
Matty, this team has high batting averages up and down the lineup. Just great approaches, consistent ABs from top to bottom, and that's the reason they've been so successful this year.
At the plate now, Michael Conforto. Pitch out, nothing doing. Comes back with one in there for a high strike.
Yeah, I get it. They want to run this guy's pitch count up, but that was a pretty good pitch to hit. He might be kicking himself that he didn't swing it that way.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Runners on first with one down. Hit out toward second. And that finds its way through for a base hit. Throw into third. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with one away.
Dan, that hit right there extends his hit streak to 8 games. Are you aware of stuff like that?
No doubt about it right now. He's swinging the bat really well, and after that knock right there, hey, listen, 8 games is nothing to sneeze at, so you can say, hey, he's going a whole calendar week with getting at least one base hit, so there's a lot of positives going on right now.
Right fielder is on the run. He gets there to make the catch, but this should bring home a run as the runner tags from third. And the run will score as the Mets have claimed the early 1-0 advantage.
Great job there by this power hitter. Known for driving the ball out of the ballpark. Does the job right there with the sac fly and brings the run home.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Lifted down the line in left. In comes the left fielder. And they can't run it down. A runner on first with 2 away. Fouled off. Lester's 2-0 home.
Ball that's outside.
And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. The 2-2. Lifted the other way out to left center. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. They'll add on to their total as the run scores all the way from first.
I guess their scouting reports on this guy were dead on because it's already 2-0 in the early going, and they're having absolutely no trouble seeing him here. On the other side, they're very quickly looking at a game that they're going to have to fight back here.
And the next up will be Alex Verdugo. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
Well, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
The 1-0. Swinging a hard liner to center field. Schwarber able to track it down for the third out. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. On now to the top half of inning number 2. The Mets are out on top, 2-0. Second inning set to go, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Kyle Schwarber.
You know, these next couple innings are really important for these guys. I know they're only down by a couple, but they need to get something going on offense to keep pace, even though it's early.
As he'll take a look at a sinker here, too low for ball 1. late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side.
Hey, that's a good sinker right there. That's his bread and butter pitch, and if he's got that going, especially early, it's going to be tough to get some runs off him.
Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first down.
Boy, that's the best pitch in baseball right there with 2 strikes. That elevated fastball. Every hitter thinks that, hey, they can do something with that, but most of the time, you get the result that you saw right there. A big swing and a miss, and another strikeout.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. Syndergaard has a reputation, or a knack if you will, for working himself out of tough situations when he finds himself there. A lot of relief pitchers are known for that, obviously, but as a starter, that's certainly a valuable characteristic to have.
Matty V, and I'm going to tell you who likes this. The bullpen likes it, and the manager likes this, because most pitchers are going to get into trouble at least 1 or 2 times during the course of a start, and it's nice to know as a manager that you have a guy that's out there that can pitch with men on base and wiggle out of some tough jams. This guy's made a living doing this in his career.
Well off the inside that time as the sinker misses for a ball.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. Makes the throw to first. 2 down. Josh Harrison stands in. It was a 2-hit effort for him, including a home run in last night's game. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
No, inside.
2 out, nobody on.
Nope, that's
now a
down.
good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. 2 balls and a strike.
Get it ready, big boy. This guy's throwing 3 digits right here. The best way I can help the fans is 90 to 92, you can usually see seams. 92 to 95, it starts to really quicken up on you. Over 3 digits, you're seeing a white blur.
Popped him up. VR moving to his left, and that's the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They trail it here 2-0. So here is J.D. Davis, set to lead off the home half of the second.
J.D. Davis.
First pitch on its way. Now a flare out toward right center. And that's in there. Base hit.
Well, that's what's so disappointing as a pitcher, B-Roy. You make a really good pitch, and yet this guy's so big and so strong, he's able to muscle it into right field for a base hit.
Yeah, you hand your batting gloves to the first base coach right there, and you thank your lucky stars. That's a nice AD.
To the plate now, James McCann. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one. Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. And indeed, he won't try to force it at second. He'll just flip on to first for the sure out.
Batting up. No pitcher.
Time for a look at the curly W on D. And let's take a look at Yan Gomes, catcher. Calls a really good game. Pitchers seem to love throwing to this guy. And don't get it twisted, he can run into a 3-run homer as well.
So now to the plate, Noah Syndergaard, as Lester jumps ahead of him here with strike 1. comes set and the 0-1. Swinging a soft liner, and this will be put away easily for the out.
Up next to the bat, the shortstop, Jonathan Villar.
Next up is Jonathan Villar. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Even though it's early on in this one, anytime you get runners in scoring position, you'd like to knock them in.
Davis stands at second with 2 gone. 1-1 to the Mets leadoff hitter. One on its way from Lester.
That's out.
To 2-2 now.
2-2.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
Here now the 2-2. Good changeup in the dirt. Strike 3. And the throw to first ends the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. We played 2 full. It's the Mets 2 and the Nationals nothing. So stepping in is Hernan Perez. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. First pitch coming. Here it is. That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Hey, make no mistake about it. This lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding the zone.
1-2.
And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. Here it comes.
What percent of the guys are going fishing after that nasty slider?
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The 2-2 one more time. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
That strikeout was a real good example of a pitcher continuing to make a guy chase out of the zone. When you recognize a hitter is in protect mode, you don't have to come inside the strike zone. You can just expand further and further until he literally can't touch it.
Into the box, John Lester. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. The 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And now a pitch on the way. And it's 1-2.
Okay, if you're in this lineup right here, game on, boys. I know he's got power stuff, but if he's going to come middle of the plate, you better be ready to pull the trigger.
1 out, nobody on.
That's
Pitch
ball
taken several inches below the zone, in fact. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Now, I know he struck out there, but for a pitcher, that's a pretty solid at-bat. Anytime you can make an opposing pitcher out there work and throw quite a few more extra pitches, that's a quality AB in my book.
At the plate, Rhett Wiseman. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 1-0 home is offered at and missed for the first strike.
It's been more than 2 innings since this guy's allowed anyone to reach base. He looks pretty unbeatable on the bump right now.
Hit to third. Davis grabs it cleanly. Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning. Nationals gone in order. They're down 2-0.
Welcome back as the Mets prepare for their third turn batting in this one. And fans of the Metropolitans have been treated to quite a bit of production from this lineup so far this year. They entered the day near the top of the league in both team batting average and runs scored. So it's safe to say they're among the cream of the crop in terms of offensive production. Talking with some of the coaches earlier, they all alluded to not only the high level of talent on this club, but also the hitters' tireless work ethic. They praised the professionalism these players bring to their craft as a major reason for their success. And they said the hard work breeds confidence when it comes time to compete in the batter's box.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Now the first pitch here from Lester. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low. It's ball 1.
Count 1-0.
A ball and a strike.
1-1.
The 1-1 is a low changeup that's laid off.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Now the 2-1 pitch.
Hey!
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Grounder down the line at third. Harrison's got it. And a low throw to first that bounces as he can't hang on.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still one good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Row, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher. And there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
Michael Conforto is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. In there, and it's even at 1. And he swings here and sends one in the air deep down the right field line. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. Michael Conforto connects for a 2-run home run. Number 23 for him thus far, and the Mets have jumped out to a 4-0 lead.
When that pitch was grooved right down Main Street. He couldn't believe it. He started salivating when he saw it, but stayed back enough to put a great swing on it.
So here's Pete Alonso. He'll take a look at ball one. He hit a sac fly earlier. A bouncer to the left side. And that's through for a hit.
Yeah, when a pitching coach goes to the mound this early, he's probably just looking to reset the pitcher's mindset, get him to forget about the negative, and give him something positive to focus on. We'll see if he responds.
Stepping in now, Dominic Smith. That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however. One there. Over to Bell for the double play.
Now batting, center fielder, Alex.
Stepping in next, Alex Verdugo. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball, that's inside.
You're lucky if you get one pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
The 1-1. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Wiseman is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. We played 3 full. It's now 4-0 New York. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Starlin Castro. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Aye. 0-1. Whoa, that's just out.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And the sinking fastball called strike 3, and that's out number 1.
I'll tell you right now, this guy has a shutout going, and it's been all business. He's not messing around trying to pick at corners. He's being aggressive in the zone, and he's attacking each and every one of these hitters up to this point.
Here now is Trey Turner. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there. It's strike 1. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike. On a line, that's a base hit.
We take a look at the numbers up to this point. You see he's only given up 2 hits so far today, so he's been hitting his spots all game long. Remains to be seen if he can keep that shutout intact going forward, but I'm not betting against him.
So that'll bring up Josh Bell as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. Little slide step action there, Dan.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Now a throw over to first, and he's back easily. And again, a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Turner, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Runners off for second. Pitch misses low. The throw down. Skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there. Certainly a very close play at second on that bag, so let's analyze it with show track. We all know he's got plus speed on his side, and you really see it represented in the top speed. That really made the difference on that one. Now the 2-0 home. Too tight with that one. 3-0. Kyle Schwarber will be next. And that misses ball 4, so it's first and second now with only one away.
Well, he loses him there, but that's just the first walk he's given up, along with a couple of hits, so his command has been pretty solid so far.
Striding in now for the Nats, Kyle Schwarber. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch on the way.
Big spot right here. Got to find a way to get back in this ball game and scratch a run across.
And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
Might have to change your game plan in the box right here. If he's going to pound away, might have to work the opposite field.
Here it comes, 0-2.
The count is 1-2.
You know, I'm not sure he didn't throw that pitch out of the zone on purpose. They've been swinging at pretty much everything he throws, so why not give it a shot?
The 1-2. A double play ball to second. 4. Over to VR. But they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first.
That was kind of a high degree of difficulty play that time. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and he couldn't get a lot on it, but they did get the out.
In now, Yan Gomes. A ball and no strikes. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Fouled away. The set and the 1-1 pitch. A ball and 2 strikes.
1-2.
Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball and bury stuff in the dirt. Completely different from the east-west we came up playing.
Looking to punch him out again, the pitch. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Nats leave a pair. They trail here 4-0. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And one thing he mentioned is how well they're doing at simply putting the ball in play. We looked into the numbers, and as a team, they've had a contact rate of over 85% in this game, meaning that when they swing the bat, they're missing the ball less than 15% of the time. To put that into context, the very best teams in baseball usually are right around 80% for an entire season. So at least for today, they're displaying an amazing ability to put wood to ball.
All right, thanks, Heidi. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. He squares it up and hits a bolt to left center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. can relate, Dan. So what's going through the pitcher's mind right now?
Well, Matt, as we take a look at his line here, he might not know all the specifics, but he knows he hasn't been pitching all that well in this one. Sometimes it happens. You start a game and never completely get into that rhythm. Seems to be the case here.
Standing in now, James McCann. And there's a base hit on the line.
I mean, there's no secret right now. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everybody wants up at the plate right now. They're feeling frisky. They're all pulling the trigger early, and it's working.
To the plate now, Noah Syndergaard. And no surprise to see the pitcher squaring around as he gets this one down. Zips it to Castro for one.
The batter, number 1, shortstop.
Back to the top of the order now, and the switch hitter Jonathan Villar will be the next to bat. First offering.
When you dive into the numbers in this start, it's hard to believe that this guy's pitching as poorly as he has. Over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes, but a lot of those have been right down the middle, right into the hitting zone.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
Lots of hits given up, but so far no walks. At least he's making them work to get on base. Problem is, they haven't had to work too hard.
4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. And he'll just beat the throw to second. He's in there. So the lead runner holds on, but the trailer will take second. Two balls and 2 strikes to Jonathan Villar.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
This is the only guy in the lineup that struck out so far, and now he finds himself in the hole with 2 strikes.
Shin high. That's taken for a ball. And he looks at one that misses, ball 4, so that'll load him up, but at least the double play is in order here with 1 away.
And with first base open, the last thing he wanted to do was give him something to hit in the heart of the zone. So no harm done, force out anywhere now.
Next, it'll be Jeff McNeil, a hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Now the first pitch. Cold strike at the letters, 0-1.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
Now Lester's 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Popped him up. Bell over to his left. 2 down.
For right field, Michael Conforto.
So 2 are gone in the Mets half of the 4th. And up next, the left-handed hitting Michael Conforto.
Yeah, and he wasn't fooled at all by the changeup last time. Kept his hands back and absolutely destroyed that ball. So I got to think he's not going to see a changeup in this scenario right here.
An outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2.
He put himself in a good position jumping ahead 0-2 with the bases loaded. Now we'll see if he can finish it off.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And another foul ball. Davis at third, Syndergaard at second, Villar at first, 2 out in the inning. And he comes back to get him. So a great job pitching out of it with the bases loaded. Mets leave them loaded. They lead it 4-0. Welcome back to Flushing, Queens. Before we get back to baseball, let's check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Nationals manager Dave Martinez between innings, specifically about his club's offense to this point. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Leading off with the Nationals.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
The third baseman, number 5, Josh Harris.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Right fielder is on the run. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 3, Hernan Perez.
And stepping in, Hernan Perez, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. The pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Perez, once a member of the Chicago Cubs organization, he signed as a free agent with this organization earlier in the season.
Yeah, I know he expected to get a longer-term deal, but these are the facts right now. He is on a 1-year deal, and he is going to have to produce if he is going to get that multi-year he's been looking for come off-season.
Out in front here is this one scorched foul to the left. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Ready with another 2-2. Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
Oh, man, he's been absolutely getting overmatched at the plate the last couple of games. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone. So clearly this pitching staff, they figured out how to attack this guy. We'll see if he can make any adjustments.
Juan Soto is into the on-deck circle now as he'll pinch hit for the pitcher, Lester. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. They'll come into play here at 319. 39 home runs now, and an RBI count right at the century mark, 100. The 1-0.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
Hey, offense needs to check itself right here. They need to make this starter a little bit more uncomfortable. 1 strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Austin Buck is ready, and he'll take the ball from the manager.
Number 50, Austin.
Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Pete Alonso. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. First pitch here misses wide. 1-0. Look out. A fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit.
Not sure if that was a purpose pitch or not, but I liked it. As a pitcher, sometimes you've got to be willing to back the guy off a plate by running something hard inside. You can't just let guys be comfortable standing in the batter's box against you.
Now the 3-0 offering. And he fouls this one off.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
The 3-1. And that misses. Ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
The left fielder, number 2, Dominic.
So the next to bat will be Dominic Smith for his career in this matchup. He's a perfect 2 for 2. He's taken him deep once. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
Now the 0-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. The second for 1. On to first to complete the double play. And there are the final numbers for the Washington starter. Not what he had in mind before the day started.
Yeah, nothing seemed in sync for him out there in this one, Matt. He just couldn't get the ball where he wanted to, and the opponents really took advantage of that. That's a brutal feeling sitting in the dugout. Know that you disappointed your team and you went out there and laid an egg.
Here's the first pitch to him. Alex Verdugo stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Good bite to that thing, and it's 1-1. Two out, nobody on. Up high, 2-1 now. Into the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss there, and it's 2-2.
That was a great hack right there. Timing was on point. Just sometimes you have bad bat barrel accuracy.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. Nothing doing for the Metropolitans, but they hold a 4-0 lead. Now to the plate, here is Rhett Wiseman. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, let's see if he can work a walk, maybe a knock, ground ball with eyes, something. Catch a gap to get this offense going. 2 hits as a team can start demoralizing your confidence. But if he can get on and start some traffic in motion, we might have something.
Here's the first pitch. Swing and a flare down the line. Here comes a left fielder. He's not going to get to it, so the leadoff guy's aboard with a base hit.
All right, let's see if that leadoff single gets him going right now. They've taken it on the chin for most of this game, being a little passive at the plate in their approach. Let's see if that starts them off and they start to go more ambush tactics.
Here's Starlin Castro as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Now the 1-0.
Got to believe the pitcher's going to trust his defense right here. Look for something down in his zone to induce a ground ball double play.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. That one finds the target on the outer half. It's 1-2.
Hey, you know in the back of your mind as a batter right here, he's got that nasty sinker. I know it's 0-2, but he might not be looking for the punch out. You have to find a way as a batter to get that two-seamer up in the zone, or you're going to ground into a double play.
And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
So now to the plate, Trey Turner. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. The 1-0 is in there for strike one. The 1-1 is taken for strike two.
Hey, that's a quality take right there. He knows the pitcher's trying to get him to hit a ground ball and roll two.
Misses, ball two.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Verdugo waits on it. Makes the play, and there are two gone now.
Now batting, the first baseman, Josh Bell.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Josh Bell. It was a walk in his last trip. From the stretch. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
Good time for a visit from the catcher right now. Those last two weren't even close, so he might be getting a little bit tired. This might give him a chance to take a little deep breath and refocus on what he needs to do.
Now the 2-0. Taken, strike one, outside corner.
Can't waste getting a leadoff runner on in this situation. Someone's got to bear down and get a big knock.
The 2-1 is swung on and missed for strike number two.
2-2.
Wiseman is off of first with two away. Just missed with the 2-2 count, and it runs full now.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
Here's the payoff pitch. Pulled hard, but it's foul down the first base side. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. Nationals leave one. They're down 4-0. So now into the box is J.D. Davis. In his career against this pitcher, he's 0 for 4. First delivery to him. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball one.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
smoke toward third. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Well, nothing earth-shattering about this one. He just didn't finish the play and watched it into his glove. And now they've got the leadoff runner aboard and no outs.
Into the box, James McCann, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. Set to deliver the 0-1. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in two that time. The throw pulls him off the bag. So definite problems on that last play, and they'll hit the first baseman for the error. So now here is Noah Syndergaard, 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. Now here's the first offering. And they indeed want the pitcher to move his runners as he puts this one down. He tries the bare hand but can't make the play, and now everybody's safe.
Number 1,
Into the box now, Jonathan Villar, batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one. His prior history versus this arm, he's gone 3 for 6. Tight spot, bases loaded, nobody out. And he lays off for ball one. Down and in as he's forced to back out of the way that time.
We can't hear it from here, obviously, but I think someone in the dugout just yelled, "Wear it," because that could have been a run.
And he's way off balance with the swing there. And it's fouled away.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Fastball well outside. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. A swing and a miss on a huge first out there as he sets him down swinging with the bases loaded. One away now for the Mets in the 6th, and that'll bring in Jeff McNeil. First delivery to him.
Count 1-0.
The 1-0 home.
Hey, as a former infielder, nothing hurts your heart more than making errors behind your pitchers. Let's see if this guy can pick them up right here.
The 1-1 takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
Boy, I love the way he's competing out there on the mound right now. He's got a chance to rack back-to-back Ks with 2 runners in scoring position. He's not giving in at all.
Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
set. Here it comes. Michael Conforto is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Ball and a strike. 2 out, bases loaded. Here's a line drive into left center field, and he delivers a big base hit. 1 run is scored, and he's safe.
Boy, talking about having ducks on the pond right there, Hero.
I know everybody wants to hit a home run. Those are the ones you remember. But without question, Dan, 2 out, 2 RBI knocks with runners in scoring position right there. You remember these knocks.
Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. And we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Ready with the 0-2. In the dirt, and now let's see. Throw over to third here, and oh, they say he beat the throw. Safe at third. Here comes the 1-2. Is swung on and missed. He got him. So 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 costly errors, and 2 left. 7th inning coming up. It's the Mets 6 and the Nationals nothing. Now the first pitch, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. The 1-0 home.
Obviously, he's not fatiguing whatsoever. Still in the mid to high 90s with his fastball. These guys got to stay on the attack if they're going to have a chance.
1-1 pitch is a curveball that misses ball 2. Fooled him with that one as he's way out in front. And that one yanked just foul. Now another 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
And it's late in his afternoon of work, and the longer this at bat goes, the better of chance of him making a mistake. But as a guy starts to tire, they're more likely to leave the ball up. But man, he's been good so far.
Good swing just a little early, and he'll see another payoff pitch. Down the third baseline.
Hey, this is a heck of a battle right here. Long AB. You know what? They find themselves still facing a starter. If they would have had some ABs like this earlier in the game, I think they get into the bullpen by this time.
The next 3-2. And a good take there as they'll have a leadoff man aboard to start the 7th. It's ball 4.
And when your pitch count gets over 100, you've got to expect them to lose a little bit of accuracy out there. And I think if he gets in any more trouble, they might come get him. We'll see if he can finish strong.
Digging in next, Yan Gomes. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. First offering on its way. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. In there, a base hit. As we take a look at his numbers, a couple of things jump out at you.
And here's the thing from a pitcher's perspective. You look at this line and you think, wow, he's been sitting guys down all game long, and that's true. But on the flip side, his pitch count is up there. You have to wonder if he might be starting to get a little bit tired in this one.
Yeah, and in today's game, everyone seems to want to err on the side of caution in terms of pitch counts. From the stretch, Josh Harrison is in for the third time here as he watches one that misses low. It's a ball and no strikes. The 1-0 delivery. Below the zone, a swing and a miss.
Boy, the Nationals could use a big hit right here. They really haven't been able to do much all game long. This would be a great time to get something going.
The 1-1 home is a changeup that gets him off balance for a strike.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
This is foul right side. The next 1-2 pitch. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Well, the good news is this guy can really dial it up and let it fly. The bad news is sometimes he overthrows it and has absolutely no idea where it's going. He's in a little bit of a trouble, so we'll see if he can work his way out of this.
Now here comes the Mets skipper on his way toward the mound. And a change is in the offing, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So this home crowd likely to give him a standing O as he departs with the shutout in check, and a nice tip of the cap there to acknowledge a job well done. Rich Hill is summoned in the toughest situation a reliever can face. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Rich Hill.
Hernan Perez will stand in against the new pitcher, and he couldn't ask for a better scenario as he stands in with the bases loaded and nobody out. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Curveball looked at here for strike one.
Pitcher on the mound has to find a way to minimize damage right here. Gotta believe he's willing to trade 2 outs for a run.
Schwarber, the runner at third. Gomes over at second. Harrison on at first with nobody out. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Just way too patient in this situation. With the bases loaded like this is your chance to be the hero.
The 0-2 delivery. Ball swung on and hit high down the line in left, but it'll get back in among the crowd, so the count holds at 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
Nope. Ball 1.
Hey, this is a monster strikeout situation right here. A double play would be great in this situation, but I know he's going for the K. You get a 1-2 count on a guy, he's going to throw his nastiest stuff.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Smith has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And with only 1 away, no need to test it as he'll hold tight at third base.
The pitcher, number 50, Austin Long.
Ryan Zimmerman will get the nod from his skipper to pinch hit, and he'll do so in a big spot. Bases loaded, only 1 away. Here's the first pitch.
Nope, that's a ball.
Zimmerman is usually more of a threat when facing left-handers like this. The right-handers tend to give him a bit more trouble, so we'll see if that trend continues. 2-0.
2-0.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Outside, 3-0 now.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Bases are loaded with only one out. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. Here's the 3-1. Here's a pop-up now. Davis is under it. 2 gone. And now a diving tag as he hangs on for a double play. And this inning is over. Luis Avila comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Ready now is Dominic Smith. He'll try and get something started in the home half of the 7th. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Nope.
Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose. The 1-0 home. Swinging a ball hit on the ground.
That's
2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. Carter fields it cleanly, throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Now batting.
Those jump throws are always some of the most exciting plays you'll see. So here it is again with Show Track. Shows off some great range, and is still somehow able to get a lot behind the throw as his momentum was taking him the other way. Not everybody can make that play. Alex Verdugo digging in now.
Ball.
Ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0 pitch.
Ball, that's it.
Avila, 30 years of age. He's got a sinker, a changeup, a 4-seam fastball, and a curveball. Bases are empty, 1 man out. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Schwarber is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Now batting, third baseman, J.D. Davis.
Next up, J.D. Davis. He's ready. Here's the first pitch.
Ball, that's inside.
Wouldn't mind a pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against them.
Here it comes, 1-0. who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike.
Talk about stopping the bleeding right here. This guy has come in and just executed everything he's wanted to against this offense. Nice to settle the boys down, maybe regroup, and we can get the bats going.
And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Mets go down 1-2-3. They lead it 6-zip. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Rhett Wiseman. It was a base hit last time up.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid one hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1.
Looked like he was a little over aggressive there to throw that nasty curveball. Just needs to slow his delivery down a bit.
Now the 2-1. Good eye to lay off the slider there, and he works it to full 3-2 here. There's Starlin Castro. He'll follow next. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. With that, we'll give you a look at our starter comparison for the two starting pitchers in the game, and the column to look at is the one on the right side of your screen. Not too many hits to go around at this point in the ballgame. So next to hit is Starlin Castro. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in the at-bat.
One out, nobody on. Fouled off. This is line to left. And that'll get down out there near the wall. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
He obviously didn't let last night's hitless outing get to his head too much, because that's his second hit of the ball game. This one, a double. I'm sure he's feeling a lot better about the way he's going right now.
Stepping in now, Trey Turner, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the 0-1. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And it's a foul ball.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Tried to throw the fastball by him, but it's high, 1-2.
If I'm in the box, you take a step out right here. Take a deep breath after that high fastball. You got to be leery of him burying something in the dirt.
One and two, here it comes. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2. And he's seen a lot of pitches, too.
Now the payoff pitch home. This is flared out towards second. And this is taken for the out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Josh Bell.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Josh Bell. His career batting line against Hill. He comes in hitting right at a 300 clip. From the stretch. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Castro at second with 2 down. In the dirt here. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. From the stretch. Hot shot down the line. But a foul ball. 1-2 now. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. A bouncer up the middle. Throw in time and the side is retired. 1 left for Washington. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Stepping in once again is James McCann, who came around to score last time after reaching on an error. Now the first pitch.
Nope, that's inside.
The 1-0 delivery. And he misses again, 2-0.
When you're down 6 on the mound, you got to at least throw strikes here.
Two balls and a strike. The 2-1 home. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's working full now at 3-2.
It's been a great job so far by the 8-hole hitter. If he finds a way to get on base, this could spell for a huge inning.
And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8th.
Up next for the bat,
Kevin Pillar come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
number 11,
As a look, now the pitch. As he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1.
Count 1-0.
He's carrying a batting average of just over 300, so clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. Now the 1-0. Line toward right center. And this will be just what the manager ordered as he's off the bench with extra bases. McCann rounds the corner and is headed home. And he's safe at the plate as the lead swells to 7-0.
the batter.
Man, they're just piling it on now. That RBI triple makes it a 7-run lead. It's hard enough to come back from a 7-run deficit in football. You can't score any touchdowns in this game.
At the plate now, Jonathan Villar. As he'll watch a sinker here that misses. It's ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. The 1-0. Misses for the second ball.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
3-0 now. Jeff McNeil is on deck. A runner in scoring position with none out. A 3-ball, 1-strike count to the Mets shortstop. The 3-1. Liner in there for a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the runs in to score from third. It's 8-0. When we looked at this game on paper before it started, I don't think any of us thought it would go down like this.
Sometimes it's hard to explain when a game is this lopsided. A lot of things just kind of snowball on you. One thing leads to another, a big hit, which leads to another, some bad defense, some shoddy pitching. Next thing you know, you look up and you're on the wrong side of a whole lot of badness.
So here's Jeff McNeil as he sends it on the ground to first. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. Only play to the pitcher covering, and the runner moves into second on the play.
Now batting, the right fielder, Michael Conforto.
Daniel Hudson enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Number 44, Daniel Hudson.
Next to stand in is Michael Conforto. He's driven in 4 already, and yet another big RBI opportunity for him right here.
Matt, they couldn't have asked for anyone to hit better in this spot than this guy right here. He looks dialed in at the plate right now.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Yeah, that looked like an auto take right there, just trying to measure up this pitcher's stuff.
Oh, and 1 count and the pitch.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case when you airmail a fastball like that.
The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
2 balls, 2
1 out
strikes.
and a runner on second base. Had to wait back on the changeup, and he did a good job just to make contact. And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Good battle. Count remains full. The payoff pitch one more time.
Nope,
and he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
When a guy's been swinging the bat as well as he has in this series, you definitely want to take the bat out of his hands. A free pass to first is better than what he's been doing the last couple of games.
Next to hit, Pete Alonso, career line against Daniel Hudson. He's 2 for 4. He also has 1 home run. Here's the first pitch. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
set to deliver the 0-1. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. VR on second. Conforto is over at first with 1 away. And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
I like that he tried to tie him up inside on that pitch, but it was a little bit of a risky situation because if you're off just a little bit, you can end up plunking a guy. That's the last thing you want to do when you've got a guy 0-2.
Lays off 2-2 now.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
Not what you want to do on the mound, go from 0-2 to 3-2, but credit the man in the box for being patient, even with 2 strikes.
A swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the 2nd time this afternoon.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
To the plate now, Dominic Smith. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. He's got 1 hit in 4 at-bats. The 1-0 home. Hit in the air down the right field line. Weisman gets under it and makes the catch to end the inning. So 2 runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We've played 8 full. The Mets lead it 8-0. Dylan Betances comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Dylan.
At the plate now is Kyle Schwarber, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
1-1 to Schwarber.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
And here's a fastball, not close as he runs it to 2-1 now. Fouled away. Here now the 2-2. And he fouls this one off. The 2-2. That's lifted the other way out to left. Smith has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1. And now in the box, Yan Gomes. Previous history against Dylan Betances. He's 2 for 4. First pitch of the AB now.
Ball, that's upstairs.
Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. High and deep to left center field. Around first, he's digging for second, but that'll hit off the wall in left center, and he'll pull into second with one away.
This thing stays in the park, but let me tell you something. He absolutely crushed this thing. This park is no bandbox. It takes a lot to get one out of here, and he almost does it. It carried a long time and hit it halfway up the wall for a long double.
And that'll bring up Josh Harrison, and it's fouled away. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. Runner at second here with one man out. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Here comes the 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
The lefty.
Striding in is Hernan Perez. Flew out last time up. Set and the pitch as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now. Here's a strike with the breaking ball. 2 out here and a runner at second. 3 balls and a strike to the Nationals left fielder. Fouled off. Now what's left of this crowd this afternoon gets to their feet. Here's a high pop-up. He's got it, and the Mets have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
It seemed like everyone had a hand in this win, and that's usually the case when you win a game by 8 runs. Feels good to dominate a game like that.
8-0 the final today. The New York Mets jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Noah Syndergaard earns his 12th victory in the ballgame, picking up 11 strikeouts along the way. John Lester was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that'll do it for us. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.
The final line score for this afternoon's ballgame. For the victorious New York Mets, 8 runs on 13 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. For the Nationals, no runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. They left 9 runners on base. Time of the ballgame, 3 hours and 5 minutes. Our paid attendance this afternoon at Citi Field, 41,922. The Mets thank you for your continued support and remind you to please get home safely.
day I might roll to the stove again and let y'all see the